Well, it's Epiphany week in Tarpon Springs. Today, clergy held the blessing of the fleet at the sponge docks. It's held every year the day before the city's big Epiphany celebration. And that celebration is certainly something to see. Check this out. If you haven't seen it before, tens of thousands of people show up to watch local teenage boys dive into Spring Bayou to retrieve a cross. And Wendy, you have a bit more on the history of all this.
Yeah, that's right, Jameson. In fact, both the cross dive and the Epiphany celebration started 107 years ago. Meantime, it's by the St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Cathedral. So what's the celebration all about? Well, it's supposed to be a commemoration of the baptism of Jesus by St. John the Baptist in the Jordan River. And on any given year, there could be up to 70 youth taking part in the cross dive, and the one boy who actually finally finds that cross is said to be lucky and blessed for the whole year.
And moments before that cross is tossed into the Spring Bayou, another tradition takes place. A white dove is released by one lucky young lady chosen from hundreds of potential dove bearers. This afternoon, I spoke to this year's winner, who I found out is continuing a family tradition.
As I walked along the sponge docks with this year's dove bearer, Elena Gonatos, she told me being named for the exclusive honor was something she started dreaming of at 8 years old.
I've always been doing stuff in the Epiphany celebration ever since I was young.
Being in the St. Nicholas Cathedral choir made her eligible.
Only one person gets to be the dove bearer.
Yeah, every year just one girl gets picked, so that's definitely really special too.
The announcement is a big moment leading up to Epiphany. A packed church at St. Nicholas Cathedral waits on pins and needles.
So it's a little bit of a surprise when you get picked, and it's really special. It gets announced at the end of a church service, and there's like a little envelope that they open. So you don't really know when you're going to get picked, but you kind of just sit back and wait for your moment.
A moment captured in this photo. Just a few rows away was Mom and Dad.
I just cried, burst into tears, beaming with happiness and gratitude.
The dove bearer's role at the Epiphany celebration is even more special for its symbolism.
I carry this dove, which represents the Holy Spirit. So I carry that through the procession, and I release the dove during the gospel reading when they say that the Holy Spirit is in the form of the dove. I release that off, and it's really cool to have that responsibility.
Elena will stand alongside the Archbishop right before the Epiphany cross is tossed into the bayou and dozens of boys dive in, looking for a year's worth of blessings. And come to find out, being a dove bearer is a family affair.
So my two aunts were both dove bearers in the 80s. And then my grandpa caught the cross in California during an Epiphany celebration.
The Eastlake High School junior said she got lots of advice, since there's really no way to practice releasing a dove in front of thousands of people.
A lot of previous dove bearers have just been telling me, you have to just stay calm, the bird will be calm, everything will be fine, and just to enjoy the moment and really take it in.
And you can take it all in tomorrow morning. ABC Action News Plus will bring you live coverage of the important tradition tomorrow. You can join us starting at 11 o'clock to catch the annual blessing and the cross dive at Spring Bayou. Just download our streaming news channel. It's free to do on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV.